Any business that is considering a new process, a service, a new product should definitely consider a SparkFund grant, because we can help them to progress the idea, develop the idea, and ultimately we can support them with grant funding.
There are 3 different funding programs in SparkFund. There are innovation vouchers, there are research and development grants, and research and development grants for low carbon projects. Typically, innovation vouchers or grants businesses can apply for very often for internal process change within a company. For research and development grants, typically we're talking there about where a business wants to take a new product or service to market. So they tend to be larger grants because they're to do with service building or building a new product or a prototype. The types of awards for low carbon for research and development, this is the one area where it's really quite specific. An example that I've worked on and delivered a project for is where an engineering business has built a new cooling system which has made them much more carbon efficient, so it's cut down their energy bills quite considerably. So it's that type of activity where we need to see some kind of carbon reduction.
When we work with an employer and support them to access a SparkFund grant, it must be match funded. So essentially, if we are going to give the employer 50% towards their project, then the employer will also put 50% into that.
Innovation vouchers have a maximum grant value of £17,500, and the research and development grants and research and development grants for low carbon have a maximum value of £40,000.
My role as innovation manager is to form that essential link and bridge between the project and the business.
I'll talk them through their ideas, I get them through eligibility, and then if they are eligible to apply, I will then support them through the whole grant application process.
I really enjoy working as innovation manager because it gives me an opportunity to work very closely with businesses on what quite often are projects that can really help those businesses grow.
It's my responsibility to make sure that all aspects of the programme are delivered properly, that we meet all of the objectives of our different contracts and funding requirements. The main funding for the programme comes from the European Regional Development Fund, but importantly the other part of the funding for SparkFund comes from the businesses themselves. The original plan for SparkFund was that it would finish this year, so it would finish during 2019. But we've been lucky enough to secure additional funding, which means that we can continue delivery into 2021.
Initially, employers will apply via the website, so they go online. We have a very simple contact form where they fill in a few details about who they are, where they are situated in the country, the nature of the business, and then a very, very short summary of their project or their innovation.
Once we've gone through an exploratory meeting and we've started to carry out a certain amount of due diligence with them about their eligibility, we then work through that with that business and we complete a project diagnostic. And once we've been through a diagnostic phase, then we move on to complete the grant application. If there are stage payments through a project delivery, then invoices that are received and paid by the grant beneficiary can be reclaimed, and the SparkFund element of those will be paid to them during the project. I think businesses should apply to SparkFund because we can make a genuine impact and a difference to businesses.
For ambitious SMEs looking to grow their business, it starts with a spark. Visit our website for more information and start your journey today.